Hey everyone! My name is Julianne Candia, and thank you so much for following me and supporting me and just all of your messages, all of your comments, and just encouragement is a blessing to me. It's cool because I want to be a blessing to others, but it's insane when you count your blessings and bless other people that it just comes back to you in full return. I am going live like crazy today for different reasons, but today I am really excited to talk to you about taking control over your busy schedule. So let's take you back a little bit. So I used to be a teacher. I used to teach in Milwaukee, and my schedule was chaos. My schedule was hectic. I did not have good time management. I would hit my alarm 3 to 4 times. Can anyone relate to that? I would hit my alarm because I would get up so many times in the middle of the night that I was just exhausted. I think that's a really good word to describe me a couple years ago, was exhausted, overworked, tired, and rushed and overwhelmed. So then I would get up and I would hurry up and get ready, and I would be running out the door with 5,000 things in my hand. Can you relate to that? And then of course I didn't have time to eat breakfast because one, I didn't know how to meal prep. I didn't know how to eat healthy. And if I was hungry, then I lived right across the street from a Starbucks. So I would either get one of those blueberry muffins, and it had like the breadcrumbing on the top that with all the sugar. Oh, I totally remember that. Or I would get some kind of banana bread, and I would get a frozen caramel frappuccino. That would be my breakfast. If it wasn't that, then I would hurry up and stop at Panera. I would run in and I would get a coffee loaded with sugar, or I would get a bagel, whole wheat of course, and non-fat cream cheese. I don't even know when the last time I had that, but that would be my breakfast. I wouldn't have a lunch packed. I would bank on Jimmy John's, or I would bank on the snacks that I had in my classroom that consisted of Cheez-Its, a lot of unhealthy things. Anyway, I hope you're getting the picture. I was rushed for time. I felt like I had no time. I would get to school at 5:30, and then I would leave by that time, man, probably sometimes 8:30 at night, sometimes 6:30 at night, sometimes 11 p.m. at night, you guys. And of course, the last thing I would want to do when I got home would be to anything with self-care. All I'd want to do is go to the couch. How many of you can relate to me? Literally, you just want to turn on Netflix. You want to sit on the couch and you just want it to be quiet. You don't want to talk to anyone. You don't even want to think. You're exhausted. How many of you feel that way? That used to be my life every single day, and it's crazy because that is not my life anymore. So I want to, one, relate to you if you're feeling rushed and overwhelmed, because I did live like that. That used to be my life. And what I started doing, and I want you to know this, when I started tackling nutrition and started tackling self-care and working out, I was still a full-time teacher. And what I found is that I indeed had time to take care of myself. I just had to prioritize, I had to sacrifice, and I had to get uncomfortable. So what I started doing was I started meal prepping. I got a calendar out such as this, and I would write down all of my meals with my snacks and everything. And this made me feel uncomfortable, you guys, because I didn't know how to eat clean. I didn't know what that meant. So I knew I could figure it out. And thankfully, I was a part of a group that gave me meal ideas and recipes and a plan. And so I wrote it down, and I remember going to the grocery store, and I was just trying, and I just didn't know what to do, and it was so hard and stressful, but I did it. And then meal prepping would take legitimately all day long, but it set me up for success during the week, and I would get in maybe like 3 to 4 workouts during the week, and I still hated it because I hated working out. But what I was noticing is that I started sleeping throughout the night, and I started having a little bit more energy. And then what I did was I started eliminating things that were taking time out of my schedule, such as newsfeed scrolling. How many of you have done that and are part of that? watching so much Netflix. In fact, I would do things like, okay, during this Friends episode, I'm going to work out, because thankfully my workouts were 30 minutes. So I kind of try to do both. But what I found is when I started eliminating things that weren't contributing to my success, I started eliminating things that were not connected to my health and happiness, I found that I indeed had more time. So when I started working that out, you guys, it didn't happen overnight. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to promise you that. It happened over the course of many nights. Please feel free to drop any comments and tag a friend that might need to hear this. I just started really digging into how I started to feel. And I mean, just even simply sleeping through the night was just such a blessing to me, because I wasn't doing that before. Or just being smarter with my time. Point is, I want to teach you how to own your own schedule. I want to teach you how you can be healthy and happy on a limited time. If you are overworked, overtired, and frustrated, I get that. But you not investing in your health and happiness, you not doing that is only going to make it worse for you. But if you do invest in your health and happiness, that is only going to benefit you. And it's going to be overwhelming. I will prepare you for that, and I'll help you through that. But you need to understand that it's not going to add to your plate. It's only going to make it better. And it's funny because I just think, I'm like, is all that other stuff you're doing, Netflix, scrolling the news feed, driving to Starbucks and all that stuff, is that a priority towards truly making you a better person? Or are you willing to sacrifice some Sunday football and do some meal prepping? Maybe even do both, watch the game and meal prep, so you're set up for the entire week. It's just about thinking smarter and thinking better, but then it also is going to contribute to you not being as stressed out. For me, I do not work well on overwhelm and rushed. I don't work well for that, because it would give me anxiety, legitimately keep me up at night, insanely worried about everything, and I just would live with anxious thoughts. But when I started investing in my health, I started to feel better and I started to think better, and then everyone else benefited as well when I invested in myself. But also I realized that I had things in my life that were only destructive. I had things in my life that weren't helping me keep time management as a priority, and I learned to add more to my life and eliminated things that didn't help my health and happiness. If that makes sense. It seems like a lot of you can relate to me. It seems like a lot of you might understand overwhelmed, rushed, stressed, full plate. And if you do understand that, I do too. That was my life. And I just want to be here to help you. I want to show you that you can make this work, that you can truly live this life full of impact. You can live this life on purpose, and it doesn't have to be wishing for the weekends. It doesn't have to be wishing for summer. It doesn't have to be wishing for a school break. It doesn't have to be anything outside of right now. You can find purpose and passion and impact in your moment, in your day right now, and feel your absolute best. It took me a little bit to get there, but my main mission is to help the overwhelm and help the rush to life, because it's something I know all too well, and now I don't live my life that way. And when I was a full-time teacher, I learned to not live my life that way. So please message me, comment below, tag a friend, share this video. I just seek to empower, I seek to give hope, I seek to inspire and show you how to take action to live your best life right now. You have limitless potential. You have so many abilities and capabilities that you can fulfill. You just have to stop being distracted, and you have to stop putting yourself on the back burner. It's time to step up. It's time to take self-care to a whole new level, and it's time to start working on your confidence, your time management, and just your life in general. Thank you so much for joining my live video, and again, message me, comment below. Thank you for listening. Talk to you soon.